But okay, so speaking of 3 million copies sold, another milestone is for Stellar Blade that managed to sell 3 million copies.
Hey, but I hear that some of those copies don't count because they're from
Oh
China.
yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. This
It's
just
the same
in.
thing. You remember that they said the same thing about Wukong, like
Mhm.
when Wukong reached 2 million players or whatever was on Steam. They're like, well, it's not fair because they're Chinese players.
Yeah, obviously,
And
right?
everybody knows Chinese players don't count as much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
It's like when you start listening, it's like it. I mean, if we just call it what it is, it's just kind of racist. It's
oh, well,
just kind of
100%.
racist.
I don't know
It's
if
like,
we have
what the
any
fuck?
Asians watching, but if you are Asian, I would like you to know that the media thinks you don't count as much as white people do. Like, and
It's so
Asmongold
fucked up,
actually
bro.
came up. Asmongold came up with a nice little equation where he said, "What if
Is it
we
like
made it?
2 to 5 or
Yeah, yeah.
something?
What if we made it like for every one Asian player, or for every one white player, like equals like 3 or 4 Asian players,
So
right?
fucked up.
Hey, we could always do that
I
if that's
remember
what they want to do.
I remember that the PC Gamer article
Hmm.
I don't know if they've changed it because usually if they get too much backlash they'll just change shit.
Yeah,
But I remember that the PC Gaming article specifically said, and you can thank Chinese players
yeah.
for these copies, and it's like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
Is their
That's
money
all I
not as
want to
good?
know. But it's such a fucked up thing to say. You can
Yeah,
thank the Chinese players. The fuck does that supposed to mean?
dude. I don't.
It's fucked up, bro. It's just fucked up. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't
your
even want
boy,
to get too deep into it. To me, it's just fucked up. It's
your
just
boy
fucked
Paul
up. That's it.
Tassi was also in on this. He was also saying Chinese players are doing it and
You
didn't
need to
count them.
not call
Right?
him my boy.
He's your boy,
You need
bro.
to.
He's your boy. You're friends with him, personal friends, best buddies. Right?
I like reacting to some of his content. It's funny. Okay.
But no,
I don't want him to be mad. I want him to get better. Okay.
he's not gonna get
He's
better.
gonna listen. I'm gonna call it here. Okay.
Yeah,
Paul Tassi is going to eventually go on a massive redemption arc.
I
Okay?
highly
You're gonna
doubt it.
regret what you've said.
I highly doubt it.
We need
But
to
we'll
have
see.
faith in people. Okay.
Nope.
Wait, you're religious. You need to believe in the best of people. Okay.
I do believe in the best of him.
You need to believe that he has the capacity for good.
No, I don't have to believe that. Like,
Wait.
I
What
don't
the
believe
fuck?
that. I do not believe that he has.
Isn't that a
the
part of the
capacity.
Christian faith that you have to believe in
I-
the people capacity for good?
I have to love him, right? Because he's human and he's made in the image of God.
You're not loving him.
But it is hard.
You're not doing.
Yeah, I'll
that.
be the first to admit that, bro. It is hard. It is hard watching
Then
people.
you have to love him.
Mhm. But it's hard.
He's your boy now.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's very hard to do, right? It's very hard
know.
because I'm watching this guy.
I'm memeing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
memeing,
know.
yeah.
But just, on that topic, I do find it super difficult because I'm watching these people destroy the hobby that I love, try to destroy the culture that I love, and I'm just like, oh man, part of me just wants to see these people get their comeuppance, and I'm supposed to forgive them for their bullshit, but it's like sometimes you just want to go.
I'm telling you, Paul Tassi is going to surprise all of us. Okay.
maybe
He's not there yet.
Dude, his own
He's
wife
still in the
doesn't want to
struggle
deal
arc.
with his bullshit. Like, okay, I'm being
Hey,
super facetious here.
okay.
No.
Okay.
He tweeted this out. He tweeted this out. So I'm just gonna go
Listen,
with his tweet, right?
Family
Hold up.
is fucked up.
No.
We've agreed on
No,
this.
I'm not going after his wife actually, right? Because he tweeted this out. I don't think it actually happened, right? But I did make a joke about this because he tweeted out that he got home and his wife asked him, "Hey, honey, how was your day?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm just being called gay online because I happen to like a game that the gamers didn't like. So nothing." And his wife was just like, "Oh, well, come help me put this thing together." And I just tweeted out his own wife can't deal with his bullshit and just moved on, right? Which, again, I don't think it actually happened. So I don't think you are going after wives. And he mentioned her first, right? So I think it's fair game. But no, I don't necessarily think that it's impossible for people like Paul Tassi to wake up. I think it's hard, especially if if you're stuck inside that sort of mindset, if you're stuck inside that world. Because remember, if you're Paul Tassi, every single one of your
It's
friends
like, listen.
is far left, right? Every single person you hang out with is far left. Every single person you work with is far left. How
Let's
would you
not bring
ever?
politics. Like, listen. Let's
Yeah,
not bring politics into
this
this.
isn't
Let me
no,
just
this
give you
isn't
like
politics. This is cultural, right? From a cultural perspective,
whatever.
he is far left.
You're already going
Um,
left, right, all of that shit. Listen,
because
let me
that's
just
what
put
it
it to you
is.
like this.
Yeah.
You've criticized his review of Veilguard. He's already
Mm-hmm.
admitted publicly that he wouldn't give that same score and that he kind of regrets giving it that
But
score.
why did he
And that
give
he
that
doesn't
score?
agree.
Why did he give that score?
Because that's how he felt at the time. He was probably in a honeymoon phase. Doesn't surprise me.
Why would anyone be in a
it's
honeymoon
happened-
phase with that game? It didn't. It took me
So,
4 minutes to
listen.
realize I hate this game.
Listen, when
Yeah.
I played Dark Souls 2,
Mm-hmm.
one of the first videos that I've made, I said, this is just Dark Souls 1, but better.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. I was in a honeymoon phase because I was just having so much fun with the game that I wasn't thinking that clearly about it.
Okay.
And so I can see somebody getting very enamored with Veilguard and be like, oh, yeah, I was having fun. Boop, 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 boop. And they just do their review and it's like, yeah, 9 out of 10, fantastic, loved it, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's since recognized, like, no. Another situation, he gave Path of Exile 2 a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, like, he went back, he took in people's criticism. He's like, actually, the game's pretty fun. So it's like, you see some of these changes, and I want to be like, you know, I want to believe the best in people. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I get wrong. Lots of things wrong, so whatever.
I think what happened was it is impossible to defend Dragon Age the Veilguard unless you're the gamer, of course, writing an article about how fans now feel bad for attacking Dragon Age the Veilguard. And the entire article is based on a single Reddit comment. Like, one dude made a Reddit comment. Most of the people in the Reddit comment, by the way, most of the replies
I just want to make it sure.
roasts the guy.
Listen.
Yeah.
Everything I said on my critique of Veilguard, I want everybody to be aware I meant every single fucking word of it. Okay?
Yeah. But apparently, fans are now
I regret
apologizing.
nothing.
Right? Apparently, fans are now apologizing. But anyone with any sort of brain would realize that Dragon Age the Veilguard is literally indefensible because it almost killed the studio that made it. Right? So Paul Tassi obviously knew, I can't stand behind this game. In the same is true, I think, for Path of Exile 2. I don't think Paul Tassi recognizes that he makes mistakes. I think Paul Tassi goes wherever the wind blows. Right? So when the wind blows in a specific direction and he realizes, shit, okay, this is going to kill my career, he very quickly changes his mind. Otherwise, he sticks with it. Because as long as there's not clear lines, he will always go with the more progressive wing. So I'm not entirely convinced that he is growing because I don't see that growth. I see him making the same mistakes over and over again. And even in the fact that he blocked me, right? And I don't care that he blocked me, but the reason he blocked me is because I challenged his assertion that wokeness had nothing to do with the failure of Dragon Age the Veilguard. And I'm like, hold on. You can say that you think wokeness maybe had 5% or maybe had 10% reason, but you can't say that it had nothing to do with it, right? That is just the most retarded take in the history of the world. But, you know, consistently he stands on attention on that point. So I'm not entirely convinced by Mr. Tassi.
What? It's the 50th time you bring it, and I just don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Dude, I'm never going to let that go. It's sort of like you when it comes to Blizzard stealing your money, right?
Here's what I
By the way,
here's what I'll
Blizzard is
say
stealing
about
people's
that.
money again, just by the way. I just remembered one of my
It
viewers.
doesn't surprise me.
One of my viewers just said I should tell you.
Yeah.
Literally said I should tell you that Diablo 4's new Reliquary Battle Pass system is even worse than
With the dark, yeah,
players originally thought. They are making it so that it scams people outright for shit. So, you know, just wanted to mention that.
it's like, listen, here's what I have to say in regards to that, like, just real quickly on the Diablo bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's what I have to say. You motherfuckers get what you fucking deserve. That's what you fucking get. All of you motherfuckers that came into my thread and you said, skill issue. Maybe you should look where you're clicking. Despite the fact that the developers themselves, like Pipora, whatever his name is, he came into my thread and he's like, no, this was wrong of us. But everybody came in there like, I'm so smart. I'm going to suck Blizzard's dick. You get what you fucking deserve. And I hope they rob you more. I hope they take all of your fucking money. I hope you have to mortgage your fucking house. Get fucked. All of you.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck them, dude. Like, all these fucking people defending the bullshit practice of the dark pattern on Diablo 4, get fucked, dude. Get absolutely railed by Blizzard for all I care.
Rurikon hates Blizzard players as much as I hate the media.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, not Blizzard players. I'm talking specifically about these motherfuckers that same people that came out of the woodwork when I was criticizing Diablo over the fucking 3 days of early access. They were like, oh, what are you, poor? It's like, hey, what are you, poor? You don't like Blizzard stealing your money? That's too fucking bad, bitch. Suck my dick. I don't give a fuck.
But you wanted to talk about the other thing before I mentioned this to you, because I needed to bring it up.
What was the other thing? I'm kind of lost
the whole
now.
Paul Tassi,
what were we talking?
the woke
no, I don't want
bullshit
to.
With
no.
you. I say to you, it's sort of like the same thing that I have as you with the Blizzard stuff, right? The fact that they stole and you will not stop talking about it. It's the exact same thing, because all I want is
I know what I wanted
honest
to
acknowledgement,
say.
Right? Yeah,
I know what I wanted to say.
Yeah, go for it.
If you're gonna keep bringing it up, you have to finish the game.
No, why?
Otherwise, shut the fuck up about it forever.
You can't say that, because we're once back to what the conversation we had. Because by that logic,
I take it all back.
Hold up. By your very logic just now, right? By your very logic just now, you cannot tell me that eating a bowl of shit would not be good for you, because you haven't eaten a bowl of shit yet.
Whatever. I don't want to talk about this. I'm so done with this Slack, because I already know where this goes. And it always ends the same way, and I'm done. I don't agree with you. There.
It's fine. Okay, what don't you agree with? Let me just ask that. What don't you agree with?
No.
If you're going to say you don't agree, what don't you agree with? What did I say that you went... No, I don't agree with
Watch the last 10 podcasts.
No,
I'm good.
Hold up. Right? Because you say...
I want to talk about the next topic.
Yeah, we'll go to the next topic in a second. But since this is Mythic Banter... Let's actually just quickly, because I really just want to ask, right? If my take is that if you're going to talk about what failed Dragon Age the Veilguard, you should at least include the possibility of politics playing some kind of role. If you don't agree with that take, I'm not sure how you can be objective in your criticisms of any game.
I did criticize the woke aspects of it.
I know you did. I'm
just
saying,
not at the same level as you did.
No,
that's it.
It's fine.
There you go.
Right?
There's different levels.
No,
there.
but that's
boom.
What you just said there. Absolutely fine.
Okay,
but remember,
there.
you just said to me, you disagree with what I said about Paul Tassi. But that's literally what I said about Paul Tassi. He criticizes Dragon Age the Veilguard, but still literally said to me, politics had nothing to do with the failure of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now, am I wrong? Because you said you don't agree with what I said. So I'm wrong for saying that Paul Tassi has his head up his ass if that is his take. Because even you that aren't political at least criticize the fact that it's a cringe storyline, right? That doesn't really work in the story.
I've also said that's not the main reason why it fails.
Yeah, that's fine. I literally say to you, I started this by saying, even if you want to say, because I never said that's the main reason the game failed. The game has a lot of reasons for failing, right? But you have to at least acknowledge that it's one of the reasons, or even potentially one of the reasons for why it failed.
Yes.
That's why the media sucks, bro. Because they're biased and they won't even admit it. That's why I hate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just go, okay, you're the one who challenged me on this.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of the. I don't want to talk about Veilguard again. Like, listen. I played the whole game. I already had to suffer through it once. Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that saved it was that I could play a dwarf.
That's
the best thing about that game.
It's fine.
And I could throw my shield.
Yeah, that's great.
That's it.
Right? That's great.
Yes.
We're not talking about Dragon Age.
Okay.
We're talking about Paul Tassi.
Listen. Okay. Stellar Blade sold 3 million copies. That's the important part.
We're done with that.
Okay.
We're done with that topic. As long as we are both in agreement that the media sucks and they're liars and they're cheats and they're scumbags, we're good to go. Let's move on to the next topic.
Fuck you. Oh God.
No,
bro. If you were a cop, you would do the entrapment special every time.
100%, bro. That's what I'm gonna edit out your middle finger, and I'm just gonna go with you agreeing with me on that.
Blur it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, okay. So on to the next topic.